Deliverable 2. So let's start here. We have our first user story was, as a developer, I would like to create a class for users. There's a user class, so let's actually go through a couple of these. As a user, I would like to use my belt rank. These are all done by Scotty, so I'm going to go through each one by who did it. So Scotty did user star number 40, user number 46, which is, as user, I'd like to view my belt rank. And so that was his main contribution. Let's do Gradle run. Let's move this over here. All right, so you can see that. Sorry. So when you start, you can select what kind of user you are. So let's go Bean, owner. Sign in. You can see Bean, you can see that you're an owner, and you can see that your belt rank. So that covers user story from Jessica. We added a room attribute, convert events classes to represent classes. And then, yeah, so that was her main contribution. So let's see what that looks like. When you create an event, so let's look at this. So class 3, it actually has an attribute for the class that chooses which room it is, and that's how it's able to display. Before, it was displaying in all the rooms when you made a new event. So that was what that user story was about. Let's close that. Jessica. Matt. Yes, Matt. So Matt worked on, as a user, I would like to have the ability to create classes. Owners can make classes, hide function from other users, radio button for private and public classes, and assign user to train class. So let's do this. We saw an owner can add a class, but let's go to be a student. You can see that you can't create classes as a student. See, you can delete them apparently right now still, modify them, but you can't add them, which is only owners can make classes. Hide function from other users, like I said before, that function is essentially hidden. Radio button for private and public classes. So let's go back in as an owner. And you can see that when you add it, you can choose public or private for the classes. Cool. So there's that. And assign user to train class. And like you said, so you can choose your trainer from a set list of trainers in the system. Cool. So that's what was Matt's main contribution. As a user, I would like to log into the application. Jesse did that. Create dialog for login, display login, and then create buttons for the owner. That was that. And then for my contributions, Ben, display table of classes for each room, display rooms and classes tab, assign room name to panel, and then create panel for each room. So yeah, let's take a look. Let's be an owner. So that's everything in this classes tab. So I set up a different panel for each room. I created functionality like a different toolbar for each room, so that depending on which room you choose, you can add a class to that room. And then names for each one, obviously. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for our the business value we added in this sprint, we actually added real functionality. So like you can actually add classes and stuff. So before it just looked like the thing that we were going for, and now it actually has some of that functionality. So this is, potentially a usable, program for scheduling gym classes. And as far as our sprint goal goes, our goal was mainly to get all of the user stories done and work at a consistent pace, and we did. So sprint goal was met, and then to take a look at our backlog. Oh, is this sprint 3? Yes, it is. Show close sprint, sprint 2. You can see our backlog right now is empty because we've added everything from it. So yeah, that's pretty much it.